whether it be through somebody or through your um, we already know it's Esau, the so-called white man, is behind it. You know what I'm saying? We automatically know it's him. You know what I mean? And our people allow themselves to be used by these people because they love these people so much, because they look at these people as gods and da da da. It's sad to say it, but it is what it is. You know, let's call it what it is. They love the white man. They love Esau. Let's just cut it down the line. They do. Get right to the point. They love him. They love this man. We can clearly see it. You see what I'm saying? And they love him so much they're willing to sit right there. You know how you go in a door in Walmart, like it's normal and natural. People be sitting at the door. You know what I mean? It's because a lot of people gets paid to stand at the door and stuff like that. So when I see our people doing that and they're willing to mistreat their own people for those type of people and stuff of that nature, that lets me know that it's no different from that spirit that was killing our people and enslaving our people, and the so-called white man that was riding on them horses with guns on the horses, and they would watch the slaves come in and work and stuff like that, and if they got out of line, they took a gun or something and they actually killed them and did that, this and that and the third. This is the same thing. It's just being done in a different way. It's no different. It's still the same. You know, the difference is that if you take something out of the store, they got our people there is to stop you, and that's why they have people is to check your receipts. You know, have y'all noticed they do that? Like if you coming out or before you come out, they meet you right there with your buggy, whether you got a buggy full of items or whatever it is you got. They gonna ask you for your receipt depending on what you got, whether it's whatever it is. For the most part, that ain't no different from how. You see what I'm saying? That ain't no different from how they handled the slave. Anything that is that calls you got to, even though you come in there with your own money, well, it's money that the government gives you, but they give it to you, and you say, no, you can't see my receipt. It's almost like you cannot walk out the door unless you give them your receipt. Even though you pay for everything, you come in there and you pay for it, and anytime you are restricted to certain things, whether it's we definitely are restricted to resources and stuff of that nature. There's no shot of a doubt about that. We can look around and see and you can't get certain things unless you work for it. It's no different from slavery. Now, does that affect the so-called white man? Absolutely not. It doesn't affect him. No, it's not. It's not hurting them, because even though they not in control. Now you got some white people today that will say, well, you know, I ain't do it. I didn't do it. You can't blame me for what my ancestors are doing. But yeah, he's still benefiting off of it by being on stolen land and just being able to just walk around. And if you, more than likely, if they get into some trouble, whether they be some so-called white people that's poor or whatever, they still got an advance in this. Really, everything, really, they do, because they can do something, and then the law, it's like there's no law for what they do. You see what I'm saying? So we all know that. Come on, you know. So I know a lot of people gonna try to play crazy like that don't exist. Come on, everybody knows that. They try to pretend like it don't exist. You know it exists. Even the ones that are watching this video right now, you know it exists too. You know, they know that. Now. But they see it's right there before their face. They just don't want to hear it. They get mad or like, oh, I don't want to hear that, and pop out on them. But they know it's true. They know it's true. You know what I mean? And we're still living in that time now. 1949, 1950, whatever, it's still the same. When you go in the store, like I said, and you purchase something, you come out, they ask for your receipt before you go out the damn door, even though you went in there and paid for the stuff with money. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't tell them, no, you can't see my receipt, because that's their policy, or they gonna tell you it's the store policy. We got to see your receipt, this and that and the third. You know what I mean? So you still in slavery because you're restricted. Anytime you're restricted, and they say land of the free, how's you free and you got to be subjugated to certain things. When people say that doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make how is that adding up? You know? It's crazy. Now, don't try to come with that, well, that's the law and you got to abide by the laws of the land. Well, look, guess what? I got something for you. The laws, the same laws that they took from our book, right? The Bible. They stole that. Obadiah 1 and 4, it tells you, he says, would thou have stolen until they had enough? They stole. You clearly go in Obadiah, read the book of Obadiah. You'll see where they stole everything. So they stole the Bible, they stole our language, they stole the Hebrew language, everything, and made it their own. Yes, go read about Christopher Columbus going from land to land, conquering lands and stuff. After he left here in America, he conquered this land, came here in 1492. That's when slavery started, and then he went on to Puerto Rico, islands of Puerto Rico, on the islands of Jamaica, and he took them people land and gold, all that type of stuff that went on during that time. So that was a slave trade, and even that the so-called white people and all the other nations that are not Israel are benefiting off of that even to this day. My online pastor has said the transatlantic. Okay, I didn't get a chance to read. You probably have to put it back in there again. My pastor, online pastor, said that the Atlantic slave trades are in fact from the tribes. Okay, when you say from the tribes, of course, yeah, it's a stem that affected us, and it's like it's a virus that affected our people until the point to where it caused us to take, when we have children, it causes us to pass that curse on down or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It caused the curse to be passed on down. So when they came in here with that comment, I was able to debunk it. That's what it was. When he said it came from the tribes. Yes, it came from yes, of course it can come to that. But you have to understand how that effect came about. You know, before our people was touched by any other evil nations and stuff like that, before any king reigned over the children of Israel, we didn't need a king. You know, before slavery, we didn't need no king. We didn't need no king reigning or ruling over us. Only reason that happened is when we broke God's commandments, then God allowed the enemies to come in and take our possession, land, language, and everything. That's because that's a punishment because our people didn't listen. You see what I'm saying? So what happened was it passed on. Because we did that, it affected us to the point to where it started to affect our people mentally, and then mentally and emotionally. That's where that the Stockholm slave syndrome come from, and it just been affecting us from generation to generation and stuff like that, and that's what happened to us because we didn't listen and all those things creeped in. But no matter how much you try to avoid people, avoid certain things, it's just like it's like when you can be walking in the store. I was in Walmart a couple of days ago, right? And they had, they have people at the door, right? Now I understand. Now I'm not trying to get around this. Maybe I might have been kind of a little off the track a little bit when they were trying to tell everybody to go around the spiel in Walmart. I wanted to walk over it. I was trying to walk over it. Maybe I might have been wrong for that. But still, overall, you can tell the spirit that's upon our people is to be slaves. You see what I'm saying? They will tell you, you can tell by the tone of you can tell by the movement of their voice, sound, and everything. It's like they trying to be a slave or trying to appease the white man, the so-called white man. When they like, okay, no, go around, just like that. And I'm like, what the hell is like? And then they'll try to be like, no, I'm just saying go around. And I'm like, and then I made a statement. I said, you ain't nothing but a damn slave to the damn white man, because I'm the type I'll say it, I'll say it. A lot of people don't do that. They'll think it's disrespectful, but I'm one of those. I'm one of those. I ain't got time to be like talking to somebody else about you. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna let you know right away. Get that shit over with. I'm gonna let you know exactly how I feel about you. If you full of shit, I'm gonna say you're full of shit. I'm gonna say, well, I'm keeping it real. Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me run across that. Yeah. But man, yeah, man, it's like you be trying to avoid trouble and shit, and people just like, no matter how much you try to avoid evil, look like somebody, the so-called white man, if it ain't him, he gonna use one of our people is to try to pacify us and come at us in a certain way and be like, damn. And you try to avoid this shit, and then no matter how much you try to avoid this evil, look like it come at you. Just like I just had to avoid some shit in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I saw some people standing at this door on this side. I went to the other damn side. I said, shit, I'm gonna go out on the other side. I don't feel like being bothered with that shit, man. Leave that shit alone. You know? But anyway, man, I'm trying to transition and stuff and move forward and do something better. I talk more about that on my other channel. Yeah, I'm trying to transition, man, and I've been in this rut for all my life, basically, man. I'm just trying to make a difference and make a change, do an upcome in my life, upgrade, you know. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it's been hard. Yeah, it's been hard, man. So, I ask the my Hebrew peoples, I'm gonna continue to keep praying for y'all, and y'all pray for me that as I do everything in my power and take the courage and to step out and upgrade myself, you know. So I think that's all I gotta say for right now, man. I'm not gonna hold the video out, linger it out no longer. Man, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying. So I'll see y'all later here. All right, let me get up out of here.